Alright, guys. I didn't really have anything to say about the national championship game because I really didn't know anything about Alabama. And it's just not a team I got to see regularly, so I had nothing to say. I thought about making a video, but it didn't come out. Um, if you look on my Twitter page, I did throw down that I thought Texas was going to win. So that's really all I had about it, and obviously that didn't come to pass. So I saw most of the game, I guess, about half of it. So now that I've seen it, I guess there's a little something for even a guy like me to talk about that doesn't know anything about Alabama. I do know a little bit about Texas because I got to see them play like 5 times this year, but still not as much as most people do. So obviously, everybody's talking about the Colt injury. Well, okay, let me start off by saying that congratulations to Alabama. They won. They're the better team. They deserve it. They ran the ball all over Texas. They came up with a lot of turnovers on defense. Their defense scored points, set up the offense to score easy points. They got a great pass rush. They had they stopped Texas for a lot of negative plays and all that. So they're the best team in college football this year, and I don't have any doubt about that after last night. And I'll get to that in a second. But everybody's talking about the Colt McCoy injury, and that's huge. That's huge. And I was disappointed last night because I just wanted to see a good game. And even though we did kind of sort of get that at the end, to see one of the superstars of the game go out was very disappointing. And pretty much after that injury, when I heard that Colt wasn't coming back, I knew it was over. So that was disappointing. But what I will say is, you know what? History doesn't really remember injuries. For instance, back in 1991, when the Bulls were playing the Lakers in the NBA Finals, the Lakers did not have James Worthy. They were crippled by that injury. But people don't remember that. People remember that the Bulls won, the Lakers lost, the Showtime Lakers were dead. People remember Jordan winning his first title. People remember his crazy layup in Game 2 or whatever. And the James Worthy injury gets lost to the history pages to just about everyone. People don't remember that. Or in 2004, when the Lakers played the Pistons. Lakers were playing with a injured, completely useless Karl Malone. People don't remember that. People remember that the Pistons whipped the Lakers' ass, and that was what was important. So, at the end of the day, Colt McCoy thing, we'll talk about it for a while, but ultimately, we're going to remember Alabama won, Texas lost. I was very disappointed at the injury, obviously, because I just wanted to see a good game. I had really no interest in the game other than the fact that I bet on Texas +5. If gambling was legal. But yeah. What else can I say about this? So that's all I got. This college football season, I didn't watch any of the bowl games except for this one. I was hoping I would just watch this one and it would be good and I'd be fine, but we lost one of our superstars. Garrett Gilbert went out there, played pretty piss poor in my opinion. He had a moment here and there, but it didn't matter at the end of the day. It sucks, but that's the stuff you got to put up with. And Texas, they never assembled a really good running game this year. They never got to the point where they could just control a game by running the ball. If they had that, maybe they win this game. Maybe if somebody picks up the blindside rusher on that Texas drive when they were only down by 3 near the end, maybe they win that way. And I feel all the sympathy in the world for Colt, who's been waiting his whole lifetime for a moment like this, and he gets hurt. It's tough. I felt bad for him, but it happens. It's part of the game, and you need to be prepared for stuff like that. In Texas, given that they couldn't run the ball very well, in general, weren't prepared for losing Colt. I mean, I don't know what would have happened to Alabama if they lost McElroy, but they might have been able to move on because they have such a good rushing attack. Of course, the other side of that is, what if they lose, their tailbacks? I don't know if they could win by passing the ball all the time, but regardless, Alabama won, and I think they deserve to win, and I think they're the best team in college football this year. Regardless of whatever happened to Colt or whatever injuries there may have been, it happens, and like I said, history doesn't remember injuries very much. Alright, so I'm going to leave it at that. We got playoff football tomorrow. I am excited. I hope you guys are, and see you later.